Okay, good morning. Myself, Professor D.T. Mane, working as Assistant Professor in IT Department, Rajarshi Shaw College of Engineering. Today, I am going to tell you the concepts of algorithm, analysis of algorithm, and then we will see the design techniques, that is the dynamic programming with Knapsack and OBST. Okay. So before starting these sessions, I want to tell you what is the prerequisite for this lecture. You should know the concept of graph theory, some part of probability, and you should know the concept of fundamentals of data structures. Okay, so just we see the outlines for today's lecture. Today, first I will tell you what is mean by algorithm. Then we will see the difference between algorithm and programs, and then we will see the why we require the analysis of algorithm, and then we will see the different design techniques of algorithms, and in that we will see the dynamic programming, and I will explain the dynamic programming by using the concept of knapsack problem and optimal binary search tree. Okay, first is algorithm, and we already know this concept, what is mean by algorithm. Algorithm is nothing but this is a finite set of instructions for performing some particular task, or there are number of definitions for algorithm. Algorithm is also we can say that an algorithm is a step-by-step procedure for solving problems in a finite amount of time. If I write an algorithm for a particular problem, then this algorithm satisfies some properties. The different properties of algorithm is nothing but that is a unambiguity, effectiveness, finiteness, correctness, input and output. Means what? If I write an algorithm, means it should be produce the proper output. It should be taken the proper input. It should be clear, or it should be terminate at after some finite steps. Okay, so next is what is difference between algorithm and program. Now algorithm is different, and when we write a program is a different. Actually program is nothing but the implementation of algorithm, or we can say that the computer program is one concrete implementation of an algorithm using a particular computer language, or in other words we can say we can use the algorithm at design phase, and we can use the program at implementation phase. Before writing the program we should properly design, because for any implementation of any system or programs, it should be we first design proper design, and after that we write a program. Okay, so the design phase is typically much longer than the programming phase. Okay. Now there are two main issues related to the algorithms. When I write a program algorithms, there are two main issues. First is how to analyze algorithm efficiently, and how to design algorithm. Means if we can implement the same program by using different algorithms. We know that, then how we can say my algorithm is the best, or when I use when I draw a design for particular program, and how we can say this my design is the best. Okay, these are the two main issues regarding the algorithm. We will see one by one. First we will see what is the importance of analysis of algorithm, why we need to study the analysis of algorithm. There are different reasons behind that. If we know the analysis of algorithm help us to understand scalability, and performance often draws the line between what is feasible and what is impossible. Means the algorithm shows what is my limitations of my program, which case the program will be terminate. And algorithm analysis is nothing but the algorithm analysis is a process of determine the amount of time, resources, etc. are required when executing an algorithm. Means what? We estimate its running time, we estimate the memory space required for that execution of the algorithm. Means what? for a simple example, I will tell you this time and space related to the with example. For example, for simple, I want to print a hello world. I want to print a hello words on a screen at number of 5 times. This is the simple programs. Okay, we already known that this is a simple program given the string from the user and print the hello at 5 times. It's display within second, no issue. But when I increase the count of, if I want to print the same string at 500 times, if I want to print this same string at 5,000 times, if I want to print the same thing in many times, then definitely the behavior of algorithm may be changed. Or if I want to run the same program on the different machines, then also the time is different. Okay, if I take this another simple example, if I want to sorting example, I want to sort the 5 numbers. I have 5 numbers, 5, 4, 20, 5 and 9. I have 5 numbers and I want to sort that numbers. Okay, there are number of methods for sorting these 5 numbers. Clear? Now, okay, but if I increase the count of numbers, if I want to sort the number of 50, I want to sort the 500 number, I want to sort the 5,000 numbers, then the behavior of that algorithm may be changed. The load on space as well as the time of its execution. So the time complexity and space complexity is very important. And what is the time complexity? In a general, normally we can say how much time does it take to run the algorithm, and how we can measure the time complexity. Time efficiency is analyzed by determining the number of repetitions of the basic operation as a function of input size. And what is mean by space complexity? The amount of memory required by an algorithm to run to its completion. Means these are the 2 points. Space as well as time is definitely required for the execution of that algorithm. Okay, so from these examples we have seen, if I changes the size of input, definitely the changes the change in the behavior of that algorithm. Clear? So the change of behavior is nothing but the order of growth. Okay, so change of behavior of the algorithm according to its input size is nothing but the order of growth. And in real applications, generally we use the large input size. Okay, this is n equal to 5, easy. N equal to 10, easy. But if I take n equal to 1 lakhs, if I take more than 1 lakhs, it should be we design proper algorithm. And if efficiency of algorithm, we consider 3 cases. With 3 cases: best case efficiency, worst case efficiency, and average case efficiency. Now, what is mean by best case efficiency? I will tell you the same example by using the another example. For example, I have 5 numbers. Again, I have 5 numbers. Okay. And I want to search the 20 from this list. Okay, we can see that if I search this number in my given list, the 20 is found at the first position. Okay, means this is the best case for this 20 element. If I calculate the C of best of n, given number is 20, this 20 is found at first position. So this is the best case efficiency, that is a 1. At first position the element will be found. Okay, if I consider I want to find the 15, I want to find the 15 element in this given list. Now, how many time I required? I search from first to last. The element is found at the last position in the given list. Okay, or maybe it is for example k equal to 30. The 30 element is searched from 1 to up to the n element. If either element is found at last position or element is not found in the given list, means maximum, if this is a worst case efficiency for searching this 15 element from the given list. So I call as this is the worst case efficiency of n element searching from the given list, that is a n. Okay, this is the second category, worst case efficiency. The simple example I can take this, for example, third 10. I want to search the 10 element from this given list. Now if I see, okay, 10 is found in between the list, not first, not last, but in between the list. Okay, so 10 is maybe k equal to 5, maybe k equal to 20. Okay, so k element will be found between this list. So I say that is a ith position. So probability of searching that element in a given list in between, what is P? And in between I 1, 2, 3 up to the n, what is the probability? N. Total number of 1 to n. If I compute that equation, we got C average of n equal to n plus 1 divided by 2. But generally we are analyze the algorithm by using the best case or the worst case, because k equal to 5, it's very n equal to 5, it's very simple to calculate the average. But n equal to 1 lakhs, more than 1 lakhs, how we can calculate the average case efficiency? So it is quite difficult. So when we analyze the algorithm, we consider its best case or worst case. Clear? Now the same example, I am taking this slide. There are 5 numbers and I am searching the first element. If element found at the first position, means this is the best case efficiency. Second case, k equal to 19. If element found at either last in the list or not in the list, means that is the worst case efficiency. And third example is a k equal to 20. So that is a probability of successful search P, that is in between 0 and 1. At either it is present or not in the list. If not in the list, then it definitely, that is a n. Not in the list means second, worst. Not in the list, maximum complexity is n. If the number is found between the list, means that is a average case. Okay. Now second point is operations on order of growth. Now the same examples, the same cases I will discuss by using the different functions. If f of n and g of n represent algorithm by 2 functions, then what will the different operations we will consider for calculating the efficiency of algorithm? First is big O notations, second is big omega notations, and third is big theta notations. Okay, if maximum time to take for completion of execution for simple, first big O means what? If I write f of n equal to big O g of n, what is mean of that? The growth rate is nothing but the change of behavior. The growth rate of f of n is not greater than g of n. Okay, the same thing I write maximum time to take for completion of executions means growth rate of f of n is not more than g of n. That is a big O notations. And if I consider the second operation, that is a big omega. And if I write f of n equal to omega g of n, means this is the growth rate of f of n. Growth rate, change of behavior. Growth rate of f of n is not less than g of n. Not less than g of n. Matlab, f of n is always greater than, the least time of f of n is greater than g of n. Clear? Now, if I consider the average case, if I write the same thing by using theta, and I write a function f of n is theta g of n, means growth rate of f of n. Growth rate of f of n means time required to execution of this function. Okay, now time required to execution of f of n in big O notations always less than, in omega notation always greater than. Okay, and in average case it may be present. It may be present between g of n. If I take the two constants, so it is present between the g of n, average case. Clear? So order of growth is nothing but the time required for execution. Big O notation is nothing but the maximum time. Omega is nothing but the least time. And theta is nothing but the average time. Clear? Now we will see the same. We can see in the diagram. This is a big O notation. Just I replace the f of n is nothing but the t of n. T of n is belong to big O g of n. Next, big omega. We can see the t of n is belong to the omega g of n, and the same thing we will see by using the big theta. Clear? Now in exam, the examiner will be asked the order of growth. So don't confuse that. The order of growth, just we remember this order of growth. The 1 is less than log n, less than n, less than n log n, less than n square, 2 raised to n, and n exponential. Now this is the analysis of algorithm. We are seeing two issues of algorithm. One is the analysis of algorithm and one issue is the design of algorithm. So for analysis of algorithm, we will see the concept of order of growth, time complexity, space complexity. Clear? So time complexity depend on the input size. If input size is increased, the change of behavior is occurred. Okay. Now the design techniques. I can implement the same program by using a different techniques, different methods. Then how we can say this my technique is best? The simple example, if I want to sort the elements, there are a number of sorting methods: insertion sort, quick sort, bubble sort. But then how we can say that this sorting method is best? So this is the depend upon your requirement. What is your requirement? First is the requirement. According to the requirement, you design the algorithm. According to the requirement, you choose the particular techniques for that algorithm. So there are number of techniques available for design the algorithm, because design phase is very important. Okay, so there are number of techniques: brute force, divide and conquer, decrease and conquer, transform and conquer, space and time trade-offs, dynamic programming, greedy technique, and iterative improvements. In previous 2 units, we have seen some concept of the divide and conquer and greedy techniques. Right? So this is one of the techniques for design the algorithm. Today we see the design techniques. I will explain the design techniques by using the Dynamic programming. Dynamic programming. Why we require the dynamic programming? The answer is, what is dynamic programming? This is not a language. This is the one design technique. So dynamic programming is a method for solving complex problems by breaking them down into simpler subproblems, or it is applicable to problems exhibiting the properties of overlapping subproblems and optimal substructure. Or DP, or nothing but the dynamic programming provides efficient solutions for some problems for which a brute force approach will be very slow. Means what? If I already told you, in real-time applications we take as the large input size. Clear? So if the complex problem is there, first we divide this problem into sub-problems. Okay, this is the main idea behind the dynamic program. This is similar to the divide and conquer. This point is, but then what is the difference between divide and conquer and dynamic programming? Sometimes the examiner asks the questions on what is the difference between dynamic programming and divide and conquer methods. So it is a similar point. We can say, okay, the same point, the big problem is divided into the number of sub-problems. Solve the sub-problems independently and combine the result of sub-problems and produce the final output. This is a similar point. Then what is the difference point? The dynamic programming is majorly used for the memoization. Dynamic programming is used for the principles of optimality. What is a memoization? Memoization is nothing but the overlapping sub-problems. Overlapping sub-problems means what? I will take one example. Let's see. The simple example. I want to display the Fibonacci series. We already know what is mean by Fibonacci series. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. This is what? This is a Fibonacci series. Okay. What is a recurrence function for Fibonacci series? I can write the Fibonacci series for a recurrence function. 0 हो या 1 हो वही आता है. 0, 1. But greater than 1, I write n minus 1 plus n minus 2. And if I want to display the Fibonacci series, I take as the input as a 5. Then I calculate first f of 4 plus f of 3. When I calculate f of 4, recursively I call the same function again and again. This is a quality of recursion. Okay, f of 3 plus f of 2. Recursively I call the f of 3, f of 2 plus f of 1. F of 2 again I call f of 1 plus f of 0. Now this f of 3 second, again I call f of 2 plus f of 1. F of 1 plus f of 0. Unless this condition not occur. Okay, now if I see this Fibonacci structure by using the recursion, then I found f of 2. I just take one example for calculating the value of f of 2. I am calculating the value of f of 2 3 times. Why? If I calculate the value of f of 2, then why we need again calculate the f of 2? This is some we can say the limitations of divide and conquer method. Okay, so in dynamic programming, what will happen? When we calculate the value of f of 2, store this output in a table. When I calculate the value of f of 3, store in a table. And when I need again, just catch that output and display and take it, right? So this is the advantage of dynamic programming. Okay, this is the overlapping subprograms. This is the memoization. Okay, this is the main advantage of dynamic programming. And what is mean by principles of optimality? Principles of optimality means what? If I want to calculate, I want to display the optimal solution of problems is nothing but the combination of optimum solution of its sub-problems. Means what? If I want to display the result of f of 5, then I want to combine all the result of f of 1, f of 2, f of 3, f of 4. Okay, so optimum solution of its sub-problems. Optimum solution of problems is nothing but the combination of optimum solution of its sub-problems. This is nothing but the principle of optimality. Okay, and next point is nothing but the DP provides efficient solutions for some problems for which a brute force approach would be very slow. Means what is a brute force approach? This is the traditional method, straightforward methods. If I have numbers, I am finding out its feasible solution. Combination of feasible. What is a feasible solution? The input satisfies all the constraints of algorithm. If I have two numbers, 1 and 2, two numbers, I want to display it. Number of combinations 1, 2, 2, 1. Two feasible solutions. Okay, if I take the examples of our binary code 0, 0, we can display the number 10, 20, 30. I can draw these three numbers by using different techniques: 10, 20, 30. 20, 10, 30. Okay, 30, 20, 10. I am displaying feasible trees satisfy the minimum condition is nothing but the feasible solution. Okay, that is the brute force approach, traditional approach. Okay, the time complexity of brute force approach is large. If we accept the dynamic programming, definitely we reduce the time complexity of that algorithm. So it is very useful. Now we will discuss this dynamic programming, concept of dynamic programming by using two concepts. One is the 0-1 knapsack and the next is a OBST. Now there are the steps for executing some problems in dynamic programming. The same I will discuss. Characterize the structure of an optimal solution. Define value of optimal solution recursively. Compute optimal solution values either top down with catching or bottom up in a table. Construct an optimal solution from computed value. The same things I write in the steps. First we find out the optimal solutions. If we required, again and again call it recursively and compute optimal solution values either from top down or bottom up approach from the table, and final construct an optimal solution from the computer value. Now there are number of techniques in dynamic programming. In a divide and conquer, we are seeing the different approaches. Divide and conquer, merge sort, quick sort in divide and conquer. In greedy methods, we have seen the Prim's algorithm, Kruskal algorithm, knapsack problems. Similarly, in dynamic programming, there are number of algorithms are there. Today, we see the dynamic programming algorithm by using optimal binary search tree and by using knapsack. These are the examples of different algorithms which are included in dynamic programming. Thirds algorithm, traveling salesman's, knapsack, or chain matrix multiplication. These are some algorithms which are included in dynamic programming. Now we see the dynamic programming by using the 0-1 knapsack. Now first clear what is knapsack problem and where we use the knapsack problem. Clear? So what is a knapsack? Knapsack problem is we can define filling the knapsack with object of maximum value. This is the bottom line of a knapsack problem. What? filling the knapsack with object of maximum value. Means what? In that problems, they given the some objects. In that problem, they given the some objects. They given the some weight of each objects, and they also given the maximum capacity of that knapsack. And we want to pick up weight with maximum value. This is a main idea behind the knapsack. Clear? So they given the objects, they given the weight of objects, and they given the maximum capacity of that knapsack, and we want to pick up the weight with maximum value. Now we will see the same by using some examples. Now what is the step? We want to pick up the maximum value, but knapsack problem, there are two versions of knapsack problem. We already seen one version in last unit in greedy methods. We call it, that is the fractional knapsack problem. In greedy method, we have seen. In that, what happened? Items are divisible. You can take any fraction of an item. Means what? There is a knapsack and we can take a values, but we can take a fractions of that weight also. Okay, but in 0-1 knapsack, either you can either take an item or not. That is a 0-1 knapsack problem. They include in the dynamic programming. Okay, the difference, items are indivisible. In short, we can say in 0-1 knapsack, items are indivisible, and in fractional knapsack, items are divisible. If the question is based on knapsack, they mention solve this knapsack problem by using greedy methods, or solve that knapsack problem by using the dynamic programming. Okay, they mentions. So today we see the 0-1 knapsack problem. What is the 0-1 knapsack problem? The concept behind the 0-1 knapsack problem, this is nothing but the you can take either take an item or not. This is the basic bottom up line. Second, given a knapsack with maximum capacity W and a set S consisting of n items. Okay, they given the maximum capacity of knapsack and with n items. Each item I has some weight Wi and benefit value Bi. Okay, and what is the problem of knapsack? How to pack the knapsack to achieve maximum total value of packed items. This is the concept behind the 0-1. They have given the objects, they have given the weight of that object, and they have given the maximum capacity of knapsack. You know what? We pick up the object with maximum value. Then what are the options? What is the solutions? If I know the dynamic programming 0-1 knapsack, how I can adjust this knapsack? I just see how many objects are there. For example, how many objects are there? 3, suppose. Okay, these are the objects. Okay, they given the value, weight of object, suppose 5, 8, 9, and given the maximum weight of knapsack is 10. So I just calculate the combinations. Okay, number of combination 3, 5, 8. I just see the combinations. Okay, but what happened? The time is increased. Time is increased means what? Since there are n items, there are 2n possible combination of items. Okay, we go through all combinations and find the one with maximum value and with total weight less or equal to weight. So running time, if we see the time complexity of straightforward method is 2n. That is the brute force approach, traditional approach. So how we can reduce the complexity of that 0-1 knapsack? This is the another solution, that is the dynamic programming. If I use the dynamic programming for solving the same problems, definitely I reduce some time. How? How? First thing, I carefully select the objects. Not randomly, not seeing all the possible combinations. I select the object carefully. So this is the first point. we can do better with algorithm based on dynamic programming, and we need to carefully identify the sub-problems. Clear? Now, what is the second step? If items are labeled 1 to n, then sub-problems would be to find an optimal solution for S of k, items label 1 to up to the k. Means what? I take carefully sub-problems. So how I can take carefully? If I follow some steps of dynamic programming, if I follow the steps, definitely I reduce the time completion. How the different steps for knapsack is nothing but this is the algorithm for 0 knapsack. Okay, for initially the knapsack is empty. Okay, and I want to find take a pickup of maximum value. Which value I will take? Okay, so initially consider the knapsack is empty. So I write S0 is 0, 0. Then SI1 is computed using the following formula. Which formula? SI1 equal to P and W. P and W is nothing but the profit and weight, benefits and weight, such that P minus PI plus 1, W minus WI plus 1 is belong to SI. Means what? When I add PI plus 1 and WI plus 1 to every pair of SI to get SI1. Okay, and third step, now SI1 can be computed by merging the pairs in SI and SI1. Means what? Now, when we use the 0 knapsack in dynamic programming, we use the two rules. Which two rules? Merging rule and purging rule. What is the merging rule? I just apply the formula and I compute the S1, S2, S3. If number of elements are 3, then I calculate S1, S2 and S3. If number is 4, I calculate S1, S2, S3, S4. Okay, this is and how I can merging? Apply the merging rule. And what is the purging rule? Purging rule is nothing but I discard the elements. I discard the element, I delete the element which is value is greater than maximum capacity of knapsack. Also I can apply the rules which probability is less than next element, which weight is greater than next pair, I will delete that element. And finally I find the maximum pair and find out the solution using the following formula: xn equal to 0 if PW is belong to SI1. Okay, this is the algorithm. Now we see some example. I explain the same steps by using the examples. Now this is the example. What is the example? There they given the 3 elements and n equal to 3. Clear? They given the weight of each object. W1, W2 and W3. This is the weight. W1, W2 and W3. This is the weight of each object. How many objects are there? 3 objects. So they given the weight 2, 3 and 4. Clear? They given the profit, benefits of each object. If I pick up the first object, what is my profit? Second object, what is my profit? Okay, so they given 1, 2 and 5. So n is 3. They given the weight of each object and they given the profit of each object. Now I select one by one. 1, 2, pick up into the knapsack. What is my profit? Second element, if I take second element, what is my profit? They also given the maximum capacity. They also given the maximum capacity of knapsack. Here given the 6. Here they given the 6. Now what is my aim? I have 3 pairs. 1, 2 and 3. I have 3 pairs. I want to select which pair first. 3 pairs. What is our first step? Carefully select the pair. This is the first steps in dynamic programming. How we can see select that step? First, follow this algorithm step. S0, how many elements are there? There are 3 elements. So I calculate the S0, I calculate the S1, I calculate the S2, and I calculate the S3. What is the initial condition? There is a no pair in knapsack, so I consider that is the 0, 0. What is the second step? I calculate S01 by using some formula. Which formula? I already given in the algorithm. PW such that P minus Pi plus 1, W minus Wi plus 1 is belong to Si. So now this is a empty first step. Which pair I insert first? So I write here. But when I insert this into this, I add. Dekho. 1, 2, I insert this. 1, 2. Initial, my knapsack is 0, 0. And I insert first one pair 1, 2. What is my output? 1, 2. Clear? Now, how I can write the S1? Third step. Which third step? Combine S0 and S01. Combine S0 and S1. I write the pairs in S1. What are the pairs? 2 pairs. First is 0, 0, which are included in S0, and second pair which are included in S01. This is a S1. Clear? Now, how I can write the S11? How I can write the S11? What we done in S01? I select first pair and insert into S0. Now, when I insert the second pair in S1, what is my output? Suppose second pair is 2, 3. I insert 2, 3 in S1. Just I write 2, 3 and 2, 3. Just addition. 2 plus 0, 2. 3 plus 0, 3. So I got first pair in S11, that is a 2, 3. In addition, 2, 3 I insert into S1. Second pair is 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 2 is a 5. So what is the second pair? 3 and 5. Clear? Now, when I calculate the value of S11, what is next step? I write the S2. What is how we can write the S2? Combination of S1 and S11. And write down all the pairs of S2. That is S1 contain 2 pairs, 0, 0 and 1, 2. And S11 contains 2 pairs next, that is the 2, 3 and 3, 5. So the same thing I will repeat and repeat. When I S0 calculate S01, S1 S11, S2 S21. I calculate the pair which are included in S21. Now when I insert, now we already include first pair, I include the second pair, now I include the third pair. Which is the third pair? 5, 4. Okay, so when I insert this 5, 4 in this list, I insert 5, 4. First pair is 0, 0. I insert 5, 4. Output is 5, 4. So first pair is 5, 4. Second, 5, 4. Insert into second pair. 5 plus 1, 6. 4 plus 2, 6. So second pair is 6, 6. Clear? Now 5, 4 including third pair. 5 plus 2, 7. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 7. 5 plus 4 including fourth pair, that is 5 plus 3 8, and 4 plus 5 is 9. I got S21. Now how I can write the S3 combination of both S2 and S1. I write all the pairs of S3. So I got the number of pairs. First I write the S2 pairs: 0 0, 1 2, 2 3, 3 5, 5 4, 6 6, 7 7, and 8 9. Now I insert the next pair. No, there are only 3 pairs, and all 3 pairs are included. So we stop. I already told you n is equal to 3. So I calculate S1, S2, S3. If n equal to 4, I calculate S1, S2, S3, S4. Okay, now this is a combination of, I apply the merging rule. Okay, so after merging rule, the next step is I apply the purging rule. How we apply the purging rule? First point, does pair delete which pair has the greater than maximum weight of knapsack. knapsack का maximum weight कितना है? 6 है. ये अपने, these are the number of pairs. Here, so first is our profit and second is our weight. So does pair greater than maximum weight? 7. So 7 7 में first is profit, second is weight. First is profit, second is weight. These two pairs has value is larger than maximum capacity of knapsack 6. So just discard these two pairs. Clear? This is the first rule of purging rule. Greater than weight, delete that pair. Now second rule of purging rule is find out the such pair which profit is less and weight is large. Means what? Just I check profit. What I say? Profit is less and weight is large. For example, I take these two pairs. Profit. First is profit. Second is weight. So 1 is less than 2. Profit is less, but weight is less than 3. What is our rule? Profit is less than, for example, PI, profit is less than PJ, and WI is greater than WJ. Satisfy this condition? No. So I am not taking this pair. So if I consider the next pair, the profit of this pair, 3 is less than 5. 3 is less than 5. Okay. And weight of this pair, 5 is greater than 4. Satisfy the condition? Satisfy. Then I delete or discard that element. Which element? Which pair? This pair. Clear? So by applying the two rules of purging rule, I discard the pairs from the list. Clear? Now, next step. After purging rule, what is my last step? What is my last step? We find out the solution. What is the X3? Third pair I will take or not? Applying rule. Which rule? If xn equal to 0. If xn equal to 0, when if P of W is belong to Si minus 1 or xn minus 1. Okay, now this is a final list S3. Which one? 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, 4 and 6, 6. What is the maximum capacity of knapsack? 6. So I see the pair of 6 weight. This pair. I found this pair. Which pair contains the 6 maximum capacity of knapsack? And what is the maximum profit is? 6. So this is the value of P. This is the value of W. Now I find out X3. From X3 I start. How many elements are there? 3. So I start from the X3, X2, X1. Clear? So satisfy this condition. Just we see where I write where P of W66 is belong to Sn minus 1. 66 is belong to S minus 1. 3 hai. Okay, so 3 minus 1, that is a 2. I just see the S2. S2 contains 66. No, not satisfying this condition. Again I tell you, I check the P of 66 belong to Sn minus 1. This is the X3. So I see this pair in which series? S2. S2 contains this 66? No. So I put 1. If condition is satisfied, then 1. Else 1. Means what? I take first pair, that is a 5, 4. First step I satisfied. In dynamic programming 0, 1 knapsack, I select a pair carefully. So first which pair I select? Third. X3 equal to 1. Which pair I select? 5, 4. So I minus this 5, 4 from 6, 6. What is the value? P of 6 minus 5, 1. 6 minus 4, 2. Now, remaining pair is 1, 2. When I minus third pair, which third pair? 5, 4 from this is my maximum value 6, 6. What is the remaining value? 1, 2. Now for next object X2, I check whether this pair 1, 2 is belong. X2 means S and minus 1 means S1. I check whether this pair is belong to S1. If belong, then X2 equal to 0. If not belong, then X2 equal to 1. Just I see S2 is belong to S1. S2 is belong to S1. This pair S2 1, 2 1, 2 means this pair is present in S1. So satisfy the condition. If satisfy the condition, X2 equal to 0. If satisfy the condition, X2 equal to 0. If not satisfy the condition, Xn equal to 1. Clear? So I am taking this second pair? No. 0 means not taking the pair. 1 means taking the pair. Clear? So X2 equal to 0 means I am not taking the second pair in for knapsack. So remaining value is same, P of 1, 2. Again I see X1. Now I check this pair P of 1, 2 is belong in S1 minus 1 is 0. Whether this pair is belong to S0, just I check. P of 1, 2, P of 1, 2 belong to S0. This is the S of 0. Not belong. Okay, satisfy the condition? No. If not satisfy the condition, X1 equal to 1. X1 equal to 1 means I take the first pair. Which first pair? 1, 2. For putting this pair into knapsack. What is the value of first pair? 1, 2. So I subtract this 1, 2 from this pair. Remaining value is 0, 0. How many elements are here? 3. I calculate the element X3, X2 and X1. Now what is output then? Just I see which pairs I selected, I write in the form of x3, x1, x2, x3. Okay, first pair I select, second pair not select, third pair I select. Okay, if I write the weight and profit 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 5, these are the weight, these are the profit. Which pair I select? First and third. What is my maximum profit of knapsack? That is a P of 6 and 6. Just check the weight is 5 plus 1 6 and profit is 4 plus 2 is 6. So I satisfy the condition. Clear? This is a knapsack. What I achieve in traditional approach, we just calculate see the number of combinations, okay, and select randomly this one, this one, this one. But in dynamic programming, first step, we carefully take the pair. If I follow these steps, definitely we reduce some time complexity. Clear? That is a 0-1 knapsack. The same output in this example, just see. Okay. Now, next, this is the knapsack. If we see the algorithm for the same, the time complexity is N and W. What is the time complexity? Is big O, N and W. I consider worst case. What is the N? N is nothing but the number of elements. And what is the W? This is the weight of all the objects, all the atoms. Clear? So this is the NW, and if I solve the same problem by using the traditional approach, I got the time complexity is 2 raised to n. So this big O NW is always less than the 2 raised to n. Okay, so this is a 0-1 knapsack in dynamic programming. Now we see the dynamic programming by using the another concept, that is the OBST. And what is the OBST? That is the optimal binary search tree. Now we already familiar with binary tree, binary search tree. What is the binary tree? This is a binary tree, means every node has maximum 2 child. That is a binary tree. Now what is a binary search tree? What is a binary search tree? Left child is always less than parent child. Left side of tree is always less than its parent node, and right child, value of right child is always less than its parent node. Okay, this is the binary search tree. And what is mean by optimal binary search tree? An optimal binary search tree is a binary search tree for which the nodes are arranged on levels such that the tree cost is minimum. Means what? The basic concept behind what? There are given number of given the numbers, different nodes are there, and they are given the probability of successful search and probability of unsuccessful search. And what is our aim? Arrange these numbers in binary search tree that minimize occurrence time. Means what? I can take the one example. This is the example. Binary search tree. There are 4 elements, 3, 7, 9, 12. I can write the binary search tree. There are number of trees are there. We can see in A 3, 7, 9, 12. In B, in left side, always we check the condition. Left child of node is always less than its parent child. We see the number of figures. So I can draw a number of solutions for given element. Then why use the optimal binary search tree? Our aim is this tree, which total cost is minimum. Okay, what is the total cost means what? Every node is given some value, every edge given some weights. If I calculate the weight overall cost of each tree, which is the minimum, I select that one. That is the optimal binary search tree. I will take some examples. This is the optimal binary search tree. Again, second example. In this tree, there are 7 elements. How many elements? 7 elements. Okay, and if I want to search some element from this tree, if I want to search some node value from this tree, if this node is found, then that I say that is a successful search. If node is not found in the tree, then that is a unsuccessful search. Okay, not found in the tree means I extend as binary search tree. This is the extended binary search tree. Means if node is not found, I say that is the extended binary search tree. And if I found the nodes, this is the normal binary search tree. Okay, so for solving the optimal binary search tree, I use the 2 probabilities. If element is found, that is a successful search. If element is not found, that is a unsuccessful search. Okay, 2 probability as considered successful and unsuccessful. Now, the same concept we will see by using the one example. What is one example? Just see, there are given 4 elements. Just I discuss. They have given 4 elements: A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay, there are 4 nodes are there. They are given the probability for successful search, and they are given the probability of unsuccessful search. Okay, and some consideration how we can for every techniques there are some rules. If I follow these rules, consideration, definitely I got or definitely I reduce some time. Okay, so we solve this example. What is the example? N equal to 4. And there are 4 nodes in a tree: A1, A2, A3, A4. So they given the string name. What is the name? Do, wait, 4 element A1, A2, A3, A4. Do, if, int, and while. They have given the successful probability. If I want to search any node. If found, what is the probability? Okay, so successful search, I directly write in short form, P is nothing but the 1 to 4. If I want to found do, it is found in the given list. If I want to found int, between the list. If I want to found file, between the list. Means this is the probability of successful search. How many nodes are there? 4. So how many successful probability? 1 to 4. They given the probability. What is 3, 3, 1, 1. And for example, I want to find 4. I want to find 4 element not in the list. Okay, so I take 1 extra for unsuccessful search, 0 to 4. Just clear this concept for unsuccessful search. If node is found in between the list, I take that is a successful search probability. And if given node is not found in the list, means that is an unsuccessful search probability. So I consider from 0 to 5. For searching, there are 4 elements. If unsuccessful search, I consider the 5 element. So they given the probability of unsuccessful search: 2, 3, 1, 1, and 1 extra. Okay, that is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear? Okay, there are some consideration. What's some consideration? If you follow some rules, definitely we reduce the sum time. Means what? Now there are 4 nodes, and if I want to draw a tree, binary search tree, I can write if do int while. or I can write while int if and do. I can draw a binary search tree of many ways. Which will be the best route from the given node? What is our aim? We want to find which will be the best route from given node. Means that is a optimal binary search tree. In binary search tree, we can draw by many ways. But if we find if is the best route, then start from the if. Apply the rules of binary search tree. If I find int is the best route, third, then apply remaining for the binary search. If I find while fourth element is the best route, apply binary search rules. Clear? So this is our aim. What is our aim? We want to find the best route from the given list. Clear? So best route means what? We want to find some 0 to 4. Finally, we want to find out the cost from 0 to 4. Why I am considering the 0 to 4? First element also root, second element also root, third element also may be root, fourth element also may be root. So I consider from 0 to 4. I calculate the value of each 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3 and 0, 4. Which cost is minimum? Which cost is minimum? For example, this is a 20, 10, 5, 50 and 35. Which is the minimum cost? This one is minimum cost. Now what is the root for this? I see 0 up 2. So I say that second node of given list is the best route. Okay, so I want to find the cost of 0, 4. I want to find the cost of 0, 4. This is my aim. If I want to find the cost of 0, 4, I consider some rules. Which rules? They have given. If WII is there, consider Q of I. Okay, if same I, so consider its unsuccessful search. Okay, next rule is C of II. If in problems, if the such condition will be occur, then consider CII equal to directly 0. They are given. Root of II. Then also we consider them as a 0. They are given. Now, how we can find out the weight from I to J? Now, previous consideration, the same II, CII and root II. But how we can find out the weight of Ij? Consider the second element, Wj. So I write P of J, successful search of J plus unsuccessful search of J plus weight of I, J minus 1. This is the formula for calculating the weight from I node to J node. Clear? Now, if I calculate the cost from I to J, if I calculate the value from I node to the J, what is the formula? First we calculate the weight of I to J plus minimum. This condition is very important. I will explain properly when we solve the example. Minimum of I is less than K is less than or equal to J. What is C of I K minus 1 plus C of K J. This is the rule. What is this condition? First I explain. Okay. Mean I took J means what? If I want to find the root between 0 to 1. If 0 is I and J equal to 1. 0 is greater than or less than equal to 1. What will be the best route? 0 से बड़ा होना चाहिए. Clear? So the root will be the greater than 0, means that is 1. When we solve the examples properly in table, you can easily understand what I say. So this is our main. How we calculate? First draw a one chart. Which chart? Just see here. I draw this chart. When the examiner asks the question on OBST, just see the number, how many roots are there. Just see the values of successful search P. Just see the what are the values for unsuccessful search, that is a Q, and draw this chart. Now how we fill this chart, just remember. Now I consider I want to find the cost from 0 to 4. I want to find out the cost of 0 to 4. Okay, so I given the number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Given the number 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and initially what is the value? I want to find the cost of 0, 4. This is my aim. This is my aim. If when I want to find the cost of 0 to 4, first I want to find the weight of 0 to 4. If we see the formula Ij, first find out the Ij. If 0, 4, if I want to find out the cost of 0, 4, first we find out the 0 weight of 0, 4. And what will be the best route from 0 to 4? This one. This is my aim. If I want to find the value of this, what will the weight of 0 to 4, minimum weight? What will be the minimum cost from 0 to 4? Then only I can say that which node is the best route from given the element. So I start. Initially there is no route. From initially there is no route. So just I return weight of 0, 0, cost of 0, 0 and root of 0, 0. Initially there is no. I consider first will be the root, second will be the root. I start from initial stage. In knapsack I consider H0 equal to 0, 0. Similarly here I start from there is no root. Clear? So cost of 0, 0 is nothing. So if same, now I want to find cost of 0, 1. If I want to find cost of 0, 1, we first calculate the weight of 0, 1. And then only we can say which is the proper route from 0 to 1. Okay. Now similarly, if I want to find out the cost of 0, 2, first we find out the value of 0, 2 and then only we can say which is the best route from 0 to 2. Okay. Now similarly, when I want to find out the 0, 3 cost, first we find out the weight of 0, 3 and then only we can say which will be the best route from 0 to 3. And when I want to find out the 0, 4, first I calculate the value of weight 0, 4 and then only I can say that which will be the best route from 0 to 4. Clear? So this is the conditions. Now from second column. From second column, just write down 0 cost of 1, 1, cost of 2, 2, cost of 3, 3 and cost of 4, 4. This is not a matrix, remember. Sometimes students are confused. Sir, 0, 1, 0, 2. No, this is not a two-dimensional array. This is the chart. Okay, so I follow. If I calculate the cost of 1 before that we calculate the cost of W11 and root 11. Similarly, for C2, first I calculate the W weight of W11 and root 22. For cost of 33, first I calculate the weight of 33 and base root of 33. Similarly, when I calculate the value of cost of 44, first I calculate the weight of 44 and base root from the 44. Okay, now I start from the 1, which will be the first root, base root. Now I just change the value of J. Cost is 1112. Cost from 13. Cost of 14. Similarly, for third column, cost of from 2 to 3. Cost of from second node to fourth node. Clear? Same for the third column. Cost from third node to fourth. What are the maximum node in the given list? 4. So I start from initial node to the maximum node. So if I calculate the cost of different nodes from 1 to 2, what is the minimum? What is the 2 to 4? What is the minimum? So I fill up the remaining value. Similarly, weight of 1 2 and root of 1 2, weight of 1 3, root of 1 3. For cost of 1 4, first I calculate weight of 1 4 and root of 1 4. And for cost of from 2 to 4, first I calculate the weight from 2 to 4 and base root from 2 to 4. Similarly, for 2 3, and cost of 3 4. Now I fill the chart. Now I am finding the value. Why I fill this value? I want to find the minimum cost from 0 to 4. Remember, I want to find the minimum cost from 0 to 4. Then only I can say which will be the best route. So I first find out what is the minimum cost from 0 to 1. What is the minimum cost from 0 to 2, and what is the minimum cost from 0 to 3, and then only I can say what is the minimum cost from 0 to 4. For this purpose, I write down the values. Okay, now I calculate the value one by one. How I can calculate? Now just I see remember the rules. What is my rule? If WII, then I consider this unsuccessful probability. Just see the rules. WII. What is WII? WII equal to Q of I. Q of I is nothing but that is the unsuccessful. Now just see W same 0 and 0. So I consider the value of Q. What is the Q? That is the unsuccessful search. So I just write WII is nothing but the consider of QI. What is the QI here? I equal to 0. I equal to 0. So value of unsuccessful search first is 2. Second, W11, second value, that is a Q of I. Q of I is nothing but the second value. That is what is unsuccessful search probability for second, that is a 3. For third, that is a 1. For next 1 and next 1. Okay, this is the first rule. Again I see cost of I to I equal to I consider the 0. And again I consider root from I to I, best root from I to I. No, so I consider the 0. If I see the table, cost of 0 to 0, 0. Cost of 0 to 0, root of from 0 to 0, 0. Similarly, the same condition is there. So I consider as a 0. What I done? Just I see the first two rules and put up the values. Now I calculate the cost of 0, 1. If I see the formula, what is my formula? C of ij equal to W of ij plus minimum. There is one condition. C of ik minus 1 plus C of kj. This is my condition. So when I calculate the value of C of 0, 1, first I calculate the value for W of 0, 1. Weight from node from 0 to 1. How I can calculate the value of 0 to 1? I just write, just I see here. Now I am calculate the total weight from 0 to 1. Clear? So consider the second element, P of 1 plus Q of 1, successful probability of 1 plus unsuccessful probability of 1 plus W of, what is our rule? I 0 plus J minus 1. What is the J here? 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Clear? So I put the values. What is the P of 1? P of 1 is 3. What is the Q of 1? Q is start from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I take a value 1. So what is the Q of 1? That is a 3. What is the Q of 1? That is a 3. And what is the value of W of 0, 0? I see the table. What is value of 0, 0? That is a 2. W 0, 0, that is a 2. So what is my answer? That is a weight from 0 to 1. It is a 8. Clear? Now I find out the value cost from 0 to 1 node. What is the formula? First written as a, take as a W of 0, 1, that is 8 plus minimum. What is the I and j value? I is 1, I is 0 and j equal to 1. So 0 is greater than or less than equal to 1. If I see the condition 0 and 1, the root will be the greater than I. So I is 0. What is the next value? That is 1. If I see, satisfy the condition. Okay, satisfy the condition. 1 is, this is the k. This is the first. Satisfy the condition. Okay, satisfy the condition. How? The k value is 1. 1 is less than 0. Less than 0. 1 is less than or equal to 1. 1. So satisfy the condition. Clear? So this is a minimum value. What is the next formula? Minimum C of I k minus 1. C of I क्या है यहाँ? 0. What is value of I? 0. 0, comma, k minus 1. What is a k? 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Plus cost of kj. What is a k? 1. And what is the j? 1. So I consider this value, C of 0, 0 plus C of 1, 1. I put the value. What is the C of 0, 0? I see the chart. What is the C of 0, 0? 0. What is the C of 1, 1? This is also 0. So when I see 8 plus 0, what is the total cost here? That is 8. Just I write cost from 0 to 1, that is 8. Now, how we can write the base root from 0 to 1? Now, what is the k value? What is the k value? Here we consider 1, k equal to 1. So, root equal to 1. Root equal to 1. Now, again, I repeat the same concepts. I apply the same rules for all the costs. Just see again. Now, what is the next? If I see the chart, now I want to find the cost of 1, 2. Before calculating the cost of 1, 2, first I calculate the weight from 1, 2. How I can find out? W of 1, 2 equal to, always see the second. What is P of 2, probability of successful search of 2 plus probability of unsuccessful search of 2 plus weight of I j minus 1. मतलब what is I here? 1 and j minus 1 means what? 1. 2 minus 1 1. So I put the value. What is the p of 2? I see. What is the p of 2? 3. What is the q of 2? 0 1 2. That is a 1. And what is the value of weight from 1 to 1? I see the chart. 1 to 1 is a 3. What is value of 1 to 1? That is a 3. So what is the final value for weight? 1 to is 7. I write. Now I want to find the cost from root node 1 to 2. Now again I repeat the same concept. What? Cost of 1 2. First I consider weight from 1 to, that is a 7, plus the important condition minimum. What is my condition? I is less than k is less than or equal to j. And what is the value of I and j? 1 and 2. I put 1 and 2. What will be the best value for k? K must be greater than 1 and less than or equal to 2. So greater than 1, I put the 2 value. If I put the 2, k equal to 2, okay, I write the formula, put this value in the formula. What is the formula? C of I k minus 1. देखो, I k minus 1. What is I? 1. And k minus 1, 2 minus 1, that is 1. Plus. And what is the next? C k to j, 2 to 2. Just I put the values, 7 plus C11. I see the chart. C11 is also 0. Cost of 2 2 is also 0. So overall cost 7 plus 0 0 equal to final cost for 0 1 to 2 is 7. I write this value in a chart. Clear? Now I see what is the value of k? 2. So best root from 1 to 2 is 2. I write. Clear? Now again I calculate the value for same again and again repeatedly. What is C of 2 to 3? Cost from 2 to 3. First I calculate the weight from 2 to 3. Now I can I write directly. So I consider the last value P of 3 plus unsuccessful search of 3 plus W of 2 j minus 1, that is a 3 minus 1, that is a 2. P of 3 I see 1, Q of 3 0 1 2 3, that is a 1, and W of 2 2 weight from 2 to 2, that is a 1. So what will be the total weight from 2 to 3? That is a 3. That is a 3. Okay, I put that values. Okay, again I calculate the value for cost from 2 to 3. I put the values. What? The weight from 2 to 3 plus minimum. Minimum. What is Ij? 2 greater than or less than equal to 3. What is the best root? That is value of k equal to 3. I write a formula C of 2 to 2 plus C of 3 to 3. I put the value 3 plus 2 to 0, cost from 3 to 0. So overall value is 3. What is the best root from 2 to 3? I consider k equal to 3. I put this value. Again I calculate the value weight of 3 4. Again, I calculate the value. Cost of 3, 4. First I calculate 3, 4. I directly write P4 plus Q4 plus W of 3, 3. If I take the values 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, W of 3, 3 is 1 is equal to 3. And when I calculate the cost from 2 to 3, I consider 3 plus minimum. What is the ij value? This is a 3 is less than and less than equal to 4. What is the base root? That is a 4. So if I put this value in formula, 3 plus cost of 4, 4. If I put the values, 3 plus C of 3, 3 is 0, C of 4, 4 is 0. So what is the cost from 2 to 3? That is a 3. Weight is a 3. What is the root? I consider K equal to 4. Now, next step is very important. When I calculate the 0 to 2, what is the importance of this condition? Now we see. Now, when I calculate weight of 0 to 2, I directly put the values successful probability plus unsuccessful probability plus weight of 0 to 1. What is P2? 3 plus unsuccessful probability 1, and what is the value of weight 0 to 1? That is 8. What is the value? That is a 12. So weight from 0 to 2 is a 12. Now see the very important step, C of 0 to 2. I consider first weight of 0 to 2, 12 plus minimum. What is the value of I and J? I is 0 and J is 2. Now I want to check which root will be the best. Okay, I can insert 1 also and I can insert 2 also. Correct? I can insert the 1 also, satisfy the condition. I can insert the 2 value, I'll satisfy the same condition. Now, if I consider the first root, I write the cost, put the value in the rules. That is a 0, 0 plus cost of 1 to 2. Cost, if I consider root is 2, what is value? 2 minus 1, cost of 0 to 1 plus cost of 2 to 2. Take the minimum value from these two equations. Okay, take the minimum values from these two equations. See, now 12, if I put the values, C of 0, 0 is a 0, C of 1, 2, C of 1, 2 is 7, so I put the value for this 7. What is the C of 0, 1? 0, 1 is 8, and what is the cost of 2, 2? That is the 0. This is the 8. Now, which equation is less value? Minimum. What is the condition? Minimum. So, this equation is 7. This equation is 8. So, I consider 12 plus 7. 12 plus 7. And that is 19. So, cost from 0 to 2 is 19. Clear? Now, what is the best root from 0 to 2? Which equation I consider? This one. And for this one, which is the condition? K's value is 1. If I consider this equation, K equal to 2, but in this equation, I consider the first equation. So, K value equal to 1. So, best root from 0 to 2, that is a 1. Clear? Now again I find out the value for C of 1, 3. If I calculate the value of C cost of from 1 to 3, I got 12. If I calculate the weight from 1 to 3, I got 9. And base root from 1 to 3, that will be the we find that is the 2. Similarly, we can find the cost from 2 to 4, weight from 2 to 4, and base root from the 2 to 4. For cost 2 to 4, we got 8. For weight 2 to 4, we got 5. And for base root from 2 to 4, we got 3. Similarly, we can find out the remaining values also. For cost of 0 3, we got 25. For weight 0 to 3, we got 14. And base root from 0 to 3, we got 2. Similarly, for remaining values, weight is 11, cost for 1 to 4 is 19, and base root is 2. Again and again I apply these rules. Again I apply these rules and I find out the value for same cost, and finally I got cost from 0 to 4 I got 32, weight from 0 to 4 I got 16, and base root from 0 to 4 is 2. Base root. So I got the minimum cost. This is my aim. Minimum cost from 0 to 4 is 32, and base root from given node, we have they have given the 4 nodes, and which is the base root, that is the second, and which is the second, that is a if. Now the last step is OBST is nothing but the, now we want to draw a figure, draw a binary chart. Now from given 4 nodes I got second will be the base root. What is the second? Second is a if. Second is a if. What is the value? 32. What is the base root? Second. So I just write this is the second, T2. Clear? Now when I consider the T2, what is the left side? This calculate from 0 to 4. From cost 0 to 4, the final is T2. Now left side 0 to 1, and right side cost of 2 to 4. Now for cost of 0 to 1, see the chart. Cost of 0 to 1, what is the base root? First node. What is the first node? Do. What is the first node? That is a T1 is the base root. So first is a do. Again, what is the base root from 2 to 4? I see the chart. 2 to 4. Okay, what is the base root? Third element. What is the third node? Int. I got the third element, and that is nothing but the int. Okay, if third node is found from 2 to 4, means k equal to 3. If I draw the left part, 2 to 2, and if I write the right part of cost of 3 to 4, cost of 2 to 2, I see there is no root. So this is the discard. 0, T0 is discard. What is the best root? For cost of 3 to 4, I see fourth node. Which is the fourth node? That is a while. That is a T4. Now what is the maximum cost of this tree? That is a 32. Cost of 0.4. Now this is the final answer. In exam, if asked the question, fill all the values and draw this figure. Clear? So this is a optimal binary search tree. Okay. Now just to be summarize what we see. Okay, we have seen the algorithms, analysis of algorithms, and dynamic programming by using knapsack and OBST. Okay, today we stop here. If any questions from your side. Yes. Can you repeat this question? I can't hear. Can you repeat? Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you very much.